Good evening, everyone. Welcome to In the Psychic Flow. Thank you for joining me tonight. I can see this thing is a little far up. It's a little warm here in Sarasota, Florida. I wonder how your weather is. Hope you're doing okay. I'm trying to adjust my camera a little bit there. There we go. A little bit better. Let's see. I understand we have a great audience on Rumble. We have Kavita on Rumble. We have Robert Myers here on YouTube. Let us know where you're watching from. And Tiffany is going to monitor Rumble for me. And let's see, I have some cards here. I'm going to do spirit messages tonight, possibly. Hopefully, we'll have some more people jumping on. If you are watching on, let's see, if you're watching on YouTube, you can do a super sticker if you care to support the show. You don't have to. You're under no obligation, but you can if you want to. And that minimum is $4.99, and that puts you ahead of the line. And let's see. Also on Rumble, you can do a Rumble rant. You can do direct to my Venmo, which is Carolan-Carey, Carolan-Carey is my name. And let's see. We are live on X, Twitter, on the Psychic Medium Carolan Carey. We are live on Facebook, on my Facebook page, Psychic Medium Sarasota. I have a few pages there. My regular everyday page is Carolan Carey. And we have the Psychic Medium of Sarasota group as well. So I post on those 3 pages. And I have a control page, which is just, so you can tell I haven't been on there in a while. It just says Carolan Carey on it. So go for the one that has the flag and the beach. That's the one I'm on every day. What else? Let's see. We're on Rumble Live. We are on Twitter Live. We're on Facebook Live. Where else? Rumble Live. In the Psychic Flow on Rumble and YouTube. We are live on all audio platforms. I don't have the sticker that Tiffany uses that tells us where we are on everywhere, but we're pretty much every audio platform. iHeartRadio, iTunes, quite a few, some new ones. So if you are listening instead of watching, we'll try to keep you in the loop here. I'll see if I get any questions asked this evening or particular people that you want to speak to. Please join the chat and let me know. And I'll see if I can reach your loved ones in spirit tonight. And for those that contribute to the show, I'll give them a little extra message. What kind of message? She can't watch your show live right now as they got a bad storm and knocked out the power. And she is with you in spirit. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Ruth is always on the go here. Hi, Lee. How are you? Nice to have you with us. Ruth joins every show. God bless her heart. She is suffering through a storm right now. So stay safe. Oops, I wanted to get that off. There it goes. I hope that you get your power back on, Ruth. That's a pain. Robert's in Pennsylvania watching us right now. I think Lee is in Florida, if I'm correct. Let's see. Who else do we have here? What else did I want to tell you? We don't have a spirit message circle until May 19th. I think that's right, at 8 p.m. So you can join us for that. That's $20. And you get a message from 4 to 5 of our show hosts. So very successful evenings. It's a Saturday evening. Usually very successful. So no, not the 19th. What am I saying? It's not the 19th, is it, Tiffany? May 19th is a Sunday. Must be the 18th. Must be the 18th. So is that this week? I think so. Yeah. Okay. So if you'd like to join us for that, that would be great. And I'm using some cards tonight. For those that make a contribution to the show, I will give them an extra reading, or I'm pulling some cards from the Goldylocks Productions Oracle cards. There's 2 versions of these. And they're on our Goldylocks Productions /shop. And they have this brand, this kind, which is with the gold on the sides and comes in this tin box, which is very nice. And then we have another version, a less expensive version, which is in a black bag and no gold on the side. So it's up to you. These are all messages from the show host, former and current show hosts. And they're beautiful cards, as you can see. And everybody made a contribution of 4 or 5 of these and messages for you. So there we go. All right, let's see what's going on. There it is. Goldylocks Production Shop. Click on the shop link. There we go. Okay. Who else do we have? Ruth's show was on last night. She's Transformational Soul. And her show is on Wednesday evenings, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. And her website is ruthsaltman.com. Has all her books and her creative endeavors on there. So please check that out. Tuesday night was Robin's Cosmic Soul Food. And Monday night was Marsha Culver, Enlightened Heights. She's at 8 p.m. And Kareen, hi, how are you? I am. Thank you very much. Good to see you too. Blanca's here. How are you, dear? Leah's here. Okay, so why don't we start doing some messages? Let me see. So Sunday night is Reverend Tiffany, 8 p.m. Spiritual Insight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Sunday evening. Monday is Marsha Culver, Enlightened Heights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Tuesday is Robin's Cosmic Soul Food. She's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Tuesday evenings, 8 p.m. Wednesday is Transformational Soul with Ruth Saltman. And tonight is In the Psychic Flow with me, Carolan Carey. And tomorrow, Melissa Parks is Joyful Finding Show, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So, and some Saturdays we have a message circle. And I think it's this coming Saturday. Yes, it is. Here it is. Here's the announcement. Spiritual Message Circle this Saturday night, the 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. And that is $20. And you get readings from 4 or 5 of the show hosts. Usually we have, 3, 4, at least 4, maybe 5. So please join us for that. You can pay ahead of time or you can join at 8 p.m. There you go. So that's what's going on here. So let's see. I think our first person tonight is Robert. Right? I don't know if it was Kavita or Robert. And there's something I wanted to read. Here. I was just going to do a part 2 on the global crystal ball scrying. It's like, who needs to see more of that, right? You know, more bad stuff. Let's see. Here it is. I thought this was kind of appropriate. It's like everything's breaking loose all over the place is what I was getting the impression of. And then when I look at the news, I'm like, yeah, this is not good. So I thought, some prayers for peace might be helpful. So let me see. Is there a unity prayer for world peace? Let me see. Okay, that's nice too. Let's read these. This one is from Bishop O'Connell, and that's bishopoconnell.org. Prayers for peace and unity. This is one of his prayers. Almighty, ever-living God, in whose hand lies every human heart and the rights of peoples, look with favor, we pray, on those who govern with authority over us, that throughout the whole world, the prosperity of peoples, the assurance of peace, and freedom of religion may, through your gift, be made secure. And then there's a unity prayer here, which I thought was kind of nice too. Let's see. Oh, thou kind Lord, unite all, let the religions agree, and make the nations one, so that they may see each other as one family, and the whole earth as one home. May they all live together in perfect harmony, O God. Amen. There you go. So there. Okay, so that's my little contribution for today. So let's see what's going on. Who do we have? We have Robert. Robert, what's going on? How are you, dear? Let's see. Trying to do spirit messages tonight. Your spirit people will come in. Let me see what I'm getting first. I do want to pull a card for him anyway. Balance. Oh, that's a nice one. Robert, I'm going to pull. I'm calling a card for people anyway. Balance, equilibrium, and harmony with universal life energy. Tiffany White Sage Woman. There you go. That's for you, Robert. Can you read that? Balance, equilibrium, and harmony with universal life energy. Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman contributed that. There you go. That's for you, Robert. Special message there. Kind of gets me going. Let me see what I get. I know I always have your mom. And I was getting a song before, and I can't recall it right now. So it'll come back. I don't know if it was for you or not. I want to say the word uncle to you, Robert. Do you have an uncle in spirit? Does your mother have a brother or dad's brother? I get the word uncle here. What does she say? And you know what? I'm also getting saltwater taffy. You remember what that is? You've been down to, I guess they sell it in Virginia Beach, the Jersey Shore. Where else do they sell that? Saltwater taffy. Have I gotten that for you before? I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't know if somebody had it. The name is Taffy. A dog was Taffy, or if that is a memory. But that's what I'm getting. And I have the word uncle here. And of course, your mother, as always, loves Robert Goulet. I think I've mentioned that before. Robert Goulet. And Engelbert Humperdinck, all of those romantic tenors. So what is she saying? What is she saying? Here's a message for you, Robert, from her. And your uncle says hello. He says you're very steadfast, which is a compliment, of course, very steadfast. But your mother is saying to be open to new experiences. She said a lot of new things are going to be presented to you, Robert. So I hope that you'll be able to go with the flow. That she's just reminding you to go with the flow, because there's new things coming up and you might be like a little bit out of your comfort zone, I would imagine, and that's fair. I would be too. So I just want to mention that. Just be up for it, kind of be up for anything, because this is a pivotal time for you coming up. 2024, 2025. This is pivotal now. Because how do we want to spend the rest of our life? I don't know how old you are, but I imagine you are younger than I am. But we're approaching maybe the twilight years, We're looking forward to retirement, planning for that. So how do we want to spend that last third of our life? Let's put it that way. Do we want companionship? Do we want romance? Do we want more money in our pocket? Do we want peace? Do we want a comfortable abode? What do we want? We have to be open to new experiences for that. So I'm just giving you that little word of advice, Robert. Thank you for joining the show tonight. Appreciate you. Okay, let's see. And I think I have Kavita on here too. Kavita is watching on Rumble. Kavita is an artist. Kavita, are you leaving for vacation? Kavita is going to Greece. Sardinia. Sardinia. S-A-R, how do you spell that? S-A-R-D-I-N-A. Sardinia. It's an island. Wonderful trip, Kavita. And I'm getting that song Unforgettable. Who's saying that? Unforgettable. Oh, Johnny Mathis. Was it Johnny Mathis? No, Nat King Cole. Duh. That's it. Two of my favorite singers. Besides like Frank Sinatra. I like those two guys too. So I'm getting Unforgettable. I like the version that the duet that was arranged by his daughter. I forget what her name is, but she was so Natalie. That was a great rendition of that song. So anyway, that's what I'm getting. Unforgettable. So it's going to be an unforgettable experience for you. There will be an invitation to come back. I don't know where that's coming from. I'm hoping from a romantic angle. Let's see what we have. I have a gentleman here with your uncle. Maybe that's the uncle I was getting. Your father's brother. There's a gentleman with him, he's saying. And he's saying you're wrapping things up. I think you're wrapping things up in a bow to get ready for your trip. New experiences with the floater thing. I don't know if you've tried this or not. I'm using the as recommended by several people on our network, Goldylocks Productions. Reverend Tiffany and others have recommended the castor oil. So I was putting it on my eyelids as, just a drop, because I have a floater over here, and I was wondering, I think it's helping. So I don't know if that would help you or not, but it's supposed to help with that. I'm going to put it out there. I know you've tried everything, but I don't know if you've tried that. It's so far, I've only been using it about 10 days, and it's really done a remarkable job. The pain in my knee, it really, really helps tremendously. So I'm just going to pass that on to you. Oh, Lee, you are in Sarasota. I thought you were. Okay. How you liking this heat? I think it's too hot already. Okay. So let's see. So I have a unforgettable trip, getting this gentleman with your uncle who is speaking about wrapping things up. He's talking about your eyes. That's what prompted me to talk to you about the castor oil. I'm also getting a slowing down condition, and I feel I'm speaking about mom. So they're reminding you of that. Nothing bad coming. I just think there's just a general kind of slowdown. I think she's more cautious than she used to be, which is understandable. And I feel as if somebody's showing me a necklace here. So I'm wondering if this is going to be a purchase from Greece for you. Now, I do see some dancing. You dance on a dance floor in Greece. And your uncle is telling me the rumba? He's funny. Who are you dancing with? Very nice crew. And I do get romance involved. So that's what they're reminding me of. So a very pleasant trip. Very pleasant. I almost get the feeling that it'll be more than, it'll be like an annual trip for you or something like that. Would be nice to be more permanent, right? Thank you, Kavita, for watching us, and thanks for joining the Rumble crew over there. Appreciate you. All right, where am I? And have a wonderful trip if I don't speak to you before that. And we are... We did Robert. Oh, Ruth. I got to give Ruth a message. Ruth. And I forgot a card for Kavita. Duh. Oops. Kavita, this is for you. Take time to relax and rest. I think that's for your vacation. Take time to relax and rest. And that's from Gayla. She used to have a show. She was from the UK, and she used to have a show with us. Great gal. There you go. That's for you. Okay, now let me get to... what did I just say? Kavita. Oh, Ruth. Ruth, let me pull your card, dear. Oh, here you go, Ruth. Build your future and not your past. Well said. That's by Robin McGuire. So there you go, Ruth. That's for you. Getting something about Remember, I think we were talking about some kind of wine. Somebody was making some kind of wine. Something about dandelions. So I'm wondering if your grandmother did something with dandelions. I don't know if she made wine or if somebody made wine out of that or something about dandelions. Yeah, she's showing me your lovely grandmother who loves to come and sit at my dining room table here. Oh, that's nice. She's showing me a little white dog. She usually has a cat. I think that's your grandmother. This is a little white dog. It's funny. My daughter just is fostering this little guy, and I'm sorry, Patty. I probably would have taken him if I didn't get you. But he's a little biter. He was an owner surrender. He's scared. He's a little nipper. He's like a little white terrier. He's really cute. But not everybody can handle him, so my daughter has him, of course. She gets the bad guys. Cute as a button he is. But I have a dog like that, Ruth, in spirit. I'm wondering why. Is this yours? Was that grandmother's dog or a relative over there? White, like terrier looking. What does she have to say? Now, she's talking about apple pie. Now, this would not be the time of year. That would be like September, October, November. This time of year, it looks like maybe strawberry rhubarb. And also she was showing me those dandelions. What else is she talking about? Oh, that's what she was showing me. She was showing me pulling a turkey out of the oven. So I think she's referring to something about Thanksgiving. So are you making plans already for Thanksgiving with the kids or something, or doing something unusual for that? Because she is mentioning that. Something about Thanksgiving. And as far as Robin's card, which I just put away, build your future, not your past. She's reminding you to build your future. I know you worry about your kids and your family, but don't forget about your future, because the kids will have lives, and and someday they will be more independent of us. So she's I think that's what you're doing with your books. Well done with that, so that you have something to bring income to you. And I do agree. I think I've mentioned a children's book last year for you, and Robin is getting that as well. I do feel there is something moving forward with that this year. So there you go. What else? Now, one of those uncles of yours, you told me you had several uncles, because I'm seeing this gentleman with like a black cowboy hat on, which I always think is a romance for you, not one of your uncles. But I have a gentleman here who has he has a cowboy hat on, the black cowboy hat. He also has a gold chain. And I'm wondering, might be a cross or something, some kind of gold chain with could be a cross on it, or a medallion of some sort, or maybe a St. Christopher or something like that. I don't know. So I'm wondering if that belongs to one of your uncles, or is that someone coming in your future? So there you go, Ruth. It's going to come when you least expect it. So I love that for you. You deserve to have love and companionship. Okay, here we go. Thanks, Ruth. Where am I? Am I on to Lee? I'm on to Lee. Hi, Lee. How are you? I'm getting the number 5 here. Do I have 5 people, like 5 males in spirit, or someone is a dad with the 5th month or on the 5th? Something about 5. Lee, this is for you. And I have someone's key. Someone in the spirit world is holding their keys to their car. Something about like keys. So I don't know if they were very proud of their car, gave you a car, Something about you, a memory with a car. Here's the car keys. Don't know what that is. Could this be a dad for you? And I get salt and pepper. So I'm wondering if his hair is salt and pepper, or maybe he had two dogs. One was white, one was black, or something was white and black. Something he's calling something salt and pepper. Lee, I hope you get this. Let's see. And I feel as if I have your husband's mother. Did your husband's mother pass? Because I'm getting this motherly feeling around him, and she's saying to you, not time yet. She's reminding you it's not time yet. She doesn't expect him to join her anytime soon, but she said, I know he's struggling, so she's sending him some extra love and prayer and healing. Let me get back to you. I also want to say there is a respite. We used to call the word respite, RESPITE, for when I was doing, what do you call that? Palliative care volunteer, Tidewell volunteer. Respite, that's the word. We would relieve the families when they were in the facility so they could go out and get something to eat, and somebody would be with their loved one and the patient. So that's what they call respite, I guess. And she's reminding you, I have this woman in spirit reminding you, I think it's your husband's mom, that you need respite too. I almost feel like you're going to be invited to go somewhere, Lee. Are you going to be invited to go on a little vacay, a few days? I feel like there's arrangements have to be made for a live-in or something, but I feel it is doable. So I'm going to put that out there. And I also get the month of October. So maybe that's when this would happen. I don't know if your husband is still if he's up to traveling. Let me know. I know there's something with him, but I forget what it is. I don't know if he's up to that or not, or if you're going to go with someone. So. I have someone showing me, Lee, the Marines, symbol for the Marines, don't tread on me, is that snake, that rattlesnake, that symbol. I'm getting that symbol. Was somebody a Marine in the Marines on the other side? So I'll put that out there. Could be on your husband's side. So I'm just going to put that out there for you, Lee. Did I give you a card? I don't know. Believe in yourself, Ruth Saltman. If I didn't do a card for you, Lee, here's one right here. Ruth Saltman contributed this. Believe in yourself. So there you go. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your patience. Okay. Lanka, how are you, dear? You have the magic within you, Robin McGuire. That's for you, Lanka. How are you doing tonight? Trying to do some spirit messages, some loved ones. I have an older woman here. I think it feels like I would say a grandaunt or a grandmother feeling. There's a few women over there. Native tongue kind of talking here. Ukraine, Poland, something. And she says, we are here with the grumpy old man. So would that be grandpa? Would that be an uncle? Would that be, I feel like a grandpa. So I have a gaggle of women here, and they drag the grumpy old man. So I wonder if you know who that is. And I'm getting something about the hangers in the closet. Are you doing something with the closet, Lanka? I feel like you are shedding things that you no longer need. And I feel like I have a bunch of hangers trying to straighten them out. I feel either maybe you bought new hangers for your closet. I feel like I'm redoing the storage in my closet. Boy, I should do that. I did empty it. I did throw a lot of stuff out. You know, old shoes and stuff like I thought I was going to wear that or that. And so I've kept stuff that's so out of style, I don't even think Goodwill would take it. So I did throw out some stuff. And I wear my clothes pretty hard, you know. I wear them out. So some things I just toss. And I feel that you're doing that as well. Also going through books and albums. I want to say albums like record, like LPs. Do you have any LPs left from back in the day? Somebody is talking about 8-tracks from the other side. They're talking about their when they played 8-tracks in the car. Do you remember that? So like there's a lot of movement coming for you, dear, is what I'm getting. A lot of changes coming up in the next 2 to 3 years. I feel like you're very independent, but I do feel a romance or two. I know we'd like to have the one, you know, we'd like to have one good one, but I think there's a romance or two coming. And I think I recall saying to you, don't forget, was it you that I said, don't forget to make sure he gets your phone number? Don't forget that. I'm being reminded of that. Let's see. And I feel like there's a new plan, new strategy, new plan. So I don't know if this is about work or a career change or what is this? Not quite sure, Link. If you're going in a different direction. I always felt for you teaching and counseling were excellent things. I don't know if you do that. So I hope you can take that message. Kareen, hi, how are you? What happened to my friend? Oh, there she is. Claire, I didn't forget you. Hi, Angela Rose. Nice to have you with us. Green, how are you? Henshin. But we're doing well. Yes, I am doing well. Let me pull a card for you. Let's see what we got. Be in the moment. Be present. Live in the moment. Ruth Saltman. That's for you, Kareen. Am I saying that right, Kareen? Kareen. Hope you can read that. That message is for you by Ruth Saltman. Be present, live in the moment. All right, let's see what else we have. Jolly. Oh, I feel like I have a jolly person on the other side. Somebody who's jolly, an older gentleman who feels very jolly. Jolly good time or jolly. So I don't know if he's got a British accent or a British feel or something like that. But I feel a jolly, kind of gregarious kind of guy. Bigger, heavy set kind of guy. I think balding. So would this be a grandfather? I would say it feels older than a dad. So I would say maybe a grandparent. And I feel like he is funny. Whoops, my pen's running out. I was wondering when this was going to die. What's he saying? Hope this one works. Yeah, this one works. Oh, what's he saying? And I don't know where he's from. It's a cold climate. Oh, what is he talking about? You know, I'm getting, you know what I'm getting for you? I think he's confirming this for me. Are you at a crossroads, like at a Y? Like I have to make a choice here? What's this about? Getting the Y? So I feel like I'm at a crossroads if I'm you, Rin. So I don't know if this is regarding a romance or a job. I feel more career. I think you've settled the romance situation. There was a situation. I think it's settled. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I feel like I'm at a junction here. If I am you. What do you see here? Let me see when the grandfather's here. What's he doing? He's putting silver coins. I don't know if you remember this or not, or if he did this. Did he give you coins out of his pocket? or did he save his coins? But I feel like you would know what I'm talking about. He reaches in his pocket and he's got coins in his hand. So I'm wondering if that's a memory for you, Corinne. I feel very United Kingdom with this gentleman, because he's talking about. I hope that's in your heritage, because he's talking about pasties. You know, those meat pies or lamb pies. That's what he's talking about. And it feels cold. I feel like a pub atmosphere, or you come in and it's damp outside, and you come into the fire, and it's not like a fireplace. It's one of these cast iron kind of things that the heat's coming out. He opens the door, and I don't know if it's coal in there or wood. I think it's coal. And you can smell the dampness the water coming off his clothes. So I hope that you recognize this gentleman. And he's just reminding you about the coin. So I'm wondering if he's thinking, keep your spare change or use your spare change to build a nest egg or whatever is extra. I think that's what he did. So he's passing that on. He says, good luck to you. Now, this year is very pivotal for you as well, for a lot of people, but it is for Robert, and it is for you as well, Corinne. I wonder if that makes sense. A lot of change is coming. And I feel like self-instituted, not changes at you, but changes that you are constructively choosing. Does that make sense? Let me know. That's working. Robert is doing okay. Okay. Thank you, Corinne, for joining the show. Angela Rose. What a beautiful name. Angela, have I read for you before? Some people seem new to me. Charlie. Okay. Charlie. Oh, you think that was Uncle Charlie? Oh, okay. Was that the gentleman that, not really your uncle, but felt like an uncle? Thanks, Robert. Angela. Hi, how are you? Angela, this one's for me. Allow the quiet. Sometimes we have to let our brain empty out and let the thoughts come in, what we're getting. That's when you'll get messages from your spirit guides or your loved ones, when your brain is in neutral. If you ever been doing something like washing your car or scrubbing a dish or sweeping the floor or doing something, a mindless kind of task, and that's when your brain, that's when it works for me. That's sort of like a moving meditation for me, because I don't sit down long enough usually to meditate. If I do sit down, I'm being entertained. I don't want to meditate. But if I'm doing something like that, or it could be knitting, some people knitting, their best thoughts come in, or their thoughts from their higher power or their spirit guides or their loved ones will come in. So I want to remind you to allow the quiet, Angela, okay? Because what you are seeking is in there. I'm getting, this is what I'm being told, because your name is Rose. Isn't that funny? I'm getting, somebody's showing me a rose with the thorns. A rose among the thorns is what I'm getting. Would you understand that you were named for someone who is saying you are a rose among the thorns? Who is that? It's a woman. I don't know if you're named for someone that was Rose something Rose. I feel mom's side, there's somebody with the same name. I think that you're named for. Would you understand that? Okay, let's see who we get. Let's see who we get over here. So I have an older woman on the other side, and I feel like one of her names, first or middle, is Rose. I think you are named for her. Would you understand that? She's showing me leaves, like autumn leaves. So I don't know if her name is Autumn Rose. She was born in the autumn. She likes autumn. I don't know what that means, but I'm passing it on. In books, I've got books here. I don't know if she was a teacher or an avid reader. I don't know why I have books here. Decisions have to be made, Angela, and you are going to make going on a new path. Are there children involved, Angela? Are there children? You have children? Something about children. Uh, Something about the children. Okay, I don't know if it's a decision about maybe schooling or something like that. Would that make sense to you? What's she saying? Is one of your children named Rose? Maybe that's what they're trying to tell me. I'm going to pass that on to you. But anyway, that name is, I love that name anyway, but I feel as though there's an emotional connection to the name Rose for you. I like Angela as well, but I feel that Rose is the one that I'm supposed to speak on. So let me know, Angela, if that works for you. Okay. Thanks for joining the show. Thanks for your patience. Claire, yes, I got something for you, Claire. Let's see what we got. I haven't spoke to you in a bit. Something about if I recall, we were talking about a not so great relationship, your first marriage. Because the reason I'm saying that is I feel that somebody was abusive to you, is what I'm getting. I think we've had this conversation. Somebody was abusive. And that kind of shapes who we are, especially if it's a significant part of our life for quite a while. That does shape who we are and how we react to things. Also have the Easter Bunny. I'm being reminded about the Easter Bunny. So that was Easter trip. Was there an Easter trip, or are you planning a trip around Easter time next year? And I have the name Francis here. Now, let me see if I get this straight. Francis male would be Francis, correct? And that's what I'm getting. Francis female would be CES, I think. I think I finally got this straightened out. I always get it mixed up my whole life. I feel like the name Francis, the male version of that name, Claire. I don't know why, but and I feel like I'm supposed to tell you that we recover from things that happen. It takes us. It's okay to take most of your life to recover on this side from something, because when we pass into the next life, we don't have to bring that with us. So I'm supposed to remind you of that. So don't feel bad. It's taken you a while to get through, many years to get through something. It just is. And that's why we're here. We don't have to bring that with us. So we start afresh. We can start afresh on the other side. We will have a life review, but we don't have to carry this around with us anymore. And you got plenty of time. You're not going anywhere yet. So I have a knitting lady. I have a lady that's very knitting, and I have somebody else like crocheting, making the I say crocheting because I'm getting those like doily things that like tatting, like Irish tatting lace, or crocheting, getting that kind of very fine work. And she's got very nimble fingers. Wonder if you would recognize her. And the other thing I'm hearing, this is a woman and feels contemporary, could maybe a sister or a girlfriend on the other side, Claire. But she said, for God's sake, stop worrying. That's what she tells. So I'm supposed to pass that on. Hope that makes sense, Claire. Nice to see you. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Rose Kath. Hi, another Rose. Hello. Hello, Melissa Parks. How are you? And Kate is on here. Whoop. Hold on, everybody. I got a super sticker. Lisa says, thank you, Carolan. Like I said, could be he was a very firm man. Wonder why dad never wants to pitch in. I don't know. We'll ask him. We'll ask him. I thought about it. I haven't done any cleaning of closet. You said, no, you said be bold and give the number. Okay. Let me get to Kate here, and then I'll get to Rose and Melissa Parks. Oh, I forgot last week. I'm so sorry. And I'll run over that again. Alenka and Corrine said good. And she said, yes, you are. Yes, Grandpa. Oh, good. Thank you so much. He was always shaking his coins in his pockets. And yes, his name was also Robert. Oh, okay. Great. Thank you for your confirmation. Okay, where am I? I got to do Kate here. Thank you for your super sticker, dear. I'm going to pull you a card. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull you 2 cards, Kate. I haven't read one of those. Okay, here we go. Kate, this is for you. Dance with the fairies. Visualize this and it will bring you joy. This is for you, Kate. That was contributed by Marcia Culver, whose show is on Monday evenings, Enlightened Heights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. There you go. And here's another one that says, cleanse the heaviness out of your life. That is from Gayla, who used to be a show host with us. She's from the United Kingdom. Cleanse the heaviness out of your life. Great reader. Okay, so I have those 2 for Kate. Kate, I'm trying to do Spirit Loved Ones tonight. Thank you for your $4.99 in pounds. Appreciate that. Somebody's wrapping a long scarf or shawl around. I would say a scarf around them, like a long scarf. I think it's a female. Must be a cold climate. She says windy, windswept is the feeling that I get. Like if they were from the United Kingdom, it would be like a coastal town, is my impression, because it's like cliffs, the sea, very windy. Like there's so many fishing areas around Ireland, very windswept. Coastal, I would say coastal community. And she wraps this, maybe it's a shawl around her. And I'm being shown teacup bone china. She's telling me it's bone china. She's very proud of that. She may only have had one, but it's bone china, she says. She's talking about, was it you kids? Was it your family that was hooligans? She's saying something about hooligans. Was it you kids maybe visited her or you acted like hooligans? Anyway, so that's the word she's using, hooligans. Cute. And I just want to remind you, Kate, you're not going to run out of time. There's things that you feel that you're being pressed to do, and I feel as if you feel like you're up against a wall. I feel that you have more time than you realize, that you can take your time. Does that make sense to you? And the path that I'm getting has been kind of rocky. So I feel like I'm taking a hike, if you will, up a coastal rocky mountainside. Okay. And now I'm getting towards the green meadow part. I've gone up the tough part, and now I am approaching the, like a pasture setting or a pastoral setting, flat green grass. That's where I'm going. Now you're reaching that point of the struggle is behind you, I think is what she's trying to tell me. I don't know if she was Irish or what. I don't know. Tough bird. She's showing me a ham. I think that's Irish. I remember when I visited Ireland with a friend and her son. They had to drive like halfway across the country to go visit her husband's relatives. what a story. I'll tell you about that someday. Oh my God. And they wanted us to stay to eat. And I just was so done with, traveling and being there. It just was a little too rustic for me, which is unusual because I was a country kid, but this is a little too much. And they wanted to stay for they had cooked a ham a couple of days before, and they wanted us to stay. Well, we're going to have ham tonight. I'm like, I'm out of here. I had to get out of here. So we had to make our excuses. God awful. It was a god awful experience. Anyway, lovely people. It was a little too rustic for me with the chickens in the kitchen. And, it was just as a little much. Anyway, God bless them. Why am I telling you this? Because that's the impression that I'm getting. Okay, Kate, I wonder if that makes any sense. Let me know. Okay. Lanka, could be he was a very firm man. Wonder why dad never comes to pitch in. So that was a grandpa. Grumpy old man is what I get. Let me see why dad doesn't want to pitch in. He does, but it's like he lets them all go. I don't know if this was his usual personality, but I feel as if he's like letting them all go ahead of him. He's just sitting back in an armchair, like, whatever, whenever it's my turn. If anybody wants to talk to me, I'm here. So I don't know if this was if this is how your dad was. I feel like he's like, he's not saying much. He doesn't say much, but he says, I didn't say enough. I should have said more to you when I was alive. I should have talked to you about certain things before I passed. Does that make sense, Lenka? Like, I feel like the only regret that he has, or one of his regrets, is that he didn't spend enough time, like, coaching you, or there's things that he wanted to teach you, and he did not. Would you understand that? That's what he says to you. That's his message to you. And you're like me. You're thinking about it. And then, I think about, oh, my God, I got to do this. And then the next, one moment I'm like, oh, just do it, So I start on one thing. I'm doing one thing in the closet. The next thing I know, I've got all the shoes out. Half of them I don't wear. Get rid of them. This coat, I haven't worn this in 100 years. So I'm getting rid of that. This could go to Goodwill. This could go here. The next thing I know, I've got stuff all over the bedroom. And that's what happens. And I think that's when it's going to happen. But it's going to be raining. I think it's going to be raining when you do it. Going to be like a rainy weekend. You're going to be like, oh, hell, let me get this done. And the reason I'm saying that is because you have new things coming into your life that you need to make room for. One of which is photography. I don't know if you take pictures. Do you? Let me know. So I hope you understand that message from your dad. That he said, I would say more, but they don't let me in. He's like, they're like babbling away here. Okay. Kate says she has a great aunt who wore a headscarf. Okay. Yeah, a lot of them did in that day, back in the day. Dottie Johnson McCracken, hello. Kate says, thank you, Carolan. That makes a lot of sense. I appreciate you. Great. Pooja, hello, dear. Yes, you may. Let's see. I have to get to Dottie here. Oh, I can't forget Melissa. Jeez, I forgot her last week. Let me see. Dottie. Here's one. Seeker of Truth, Teacher of Light. Melissa Parks wrote that. It's for you, Dottie. I have to do 3 very quick messages here. Dottie, do you have a brother in spirit? Do we have a brother for you in spirit? Or want to talk about a brother? Something about a brother? I feel like I have a male. Somebody talking about a male in your... I'm trying to do spirit messages from your loved ones. Any other time, if I'm doing psychic work, they cut in all the time. Right now, it's like everybody's standing around. Usually they're jumping over each other. But I want to say brother to you. I wonder if you would understand that. Could be brother, could be brother-in-law. Something about a brother. And I don't know if somebody chain smoked. And I hip pressure here. Just want to say hello to you. Something about your first. Did you make your first communion, Donnie? Or did you attend someone else's? I get first communion. Wonder who that's for. Is that for you? And what's the message that I have? What's the message that I have? I feel the song that I'm kind of getting for you is The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. From, what was that Broadway show? With the little girl, redhead little girl, I forget. Brain Dead. You know what I'm talking about. The sun will come out tomorrow. And the reason I'm saying that to you, Dottie, because I feel there's been a dip in energy or a residual grief process or kind of a low kind of feeling. So I want to pass that on to you. The sun will come out tomorrow. And something about collecting. So I don't know if you collect stones, jewelry, something about stones, collecting shells or stones, something like that. I wonder if you would understand that message. Thanks, Dottie, for being here. Appreciate you. And let me see. I got to get Melissa because I forgot her. And then I will get Pooja. And I just have enough time. Like I said, no, he was a joker. Yes, he had little time to talk. He had little time, no time to talk about stuff. Thank you, dear. My camera broke, so no more photography until I have significant amount to spend again. Okay. I got to pull a card for Melissa. Get out of your own way, girl. Melissa, this is for you. Get out of your own way. Sorry, I missed you last week. Ruth Saltman wrote that. And what do they call that? The three amigos? Three amigos for you. Are always here, Melissa. Just want to let you know that. And Pooja, I have a message from my father. He puts a necklace on you. There's a necklace here, and I'm wondering if he gave you a necklace or if this is symbolic of something, but I have a necklace here that I want to put. It's like on protection. I don't know if it's made out of metal or flowers, but he's dropping it over your head, Pooja, and this is for protection from you, from your dad, and a big kiss. So I'm sorry I ran out of time. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you'll join us again next week. Thanks for being here. Good night now.